Alright, so hello guys, my name is Julius A. Serrano and we'll be reporting to you the FAA documents along with my group mates. And to start off this presentation, it will be under advisory circulars. And here are some examples of advisory circulars, and this refers to a type of publication offered by the FAA to provide guidance for compliance with the airworthiness regulations. They provide guidance such as methods, procedures, and practices acceptable to the administrator for complying with the regulations. And unless incorporated into a regulation by reference, the content of advisory circulars are not binding on the public. Advisory circulars are issued in a numbered subject system corresponding to the subject areas of the Federal Aviation Regulations, or FARs. And actually, because of their close relationship to the regulations, advisory circulars are arranged in a numbered system that corresponds to the subject areas of the CFRs, or Code of Federal Regulations. So, for the numbering system of advisory circulars, so let's take in, for example, this 2542-C. So there are three parts in here. So the first part of the number identifies the subject matter area of the advisory circular. So in here, that will be the 25. So it will be part 25. For the second part of the number, beginning with the dash, is a sequential number within each subject area in the above example. So this would be the 42nd advisory circular relating to the part 25 or under part 25. And the third part of the number is a letter assigned by the originating office showing the revision sequence if an AC or advisory circular is revised. The first version of an advisory circular does not have a revision letter. In the above example, this is third revision, so this is designated by the letter C. If it's second revision, this will be designated by the letter B. And the first original document will not have any letters since that is the first document. Right, so for the next part, it will be discussed here by my next group mate. So thank you so much.
Good day, I am presenting FAA documents, Airworthiness Directives. Airworthiness Directive components is in accordance with 14 CFR Part 39. The FAA issues ADs in response to deficiencies and/or unsafe conditions found in aircraft, engines, propellers, or other aircraft parts. Airworthiness directives require that the relevant problem must be corrected on all aircraft or aircraft parts using the same design. So here's the sample airworthiness directives document. It states here the design approval holder's name of the aircraft and type or model registration of the aircraft. There are three types of airworthiness directives. First is the Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, Final Rule, Request for Comments, and Emergency Airworthiness Directives. The Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, also known as NPRM, followed by a Final Rule. The standard AD process is to issue an NPRM followed by a Final Rule after an unsafe condition is discovered. A proposed solution is published as an NPRM and solicits public comment on the proposed action. The next airworthiness directive is the final rule. The immediately adopted rule is published in the Federal Register with a request for comments. The final rule airworthiness directives may be changed later if substantive comments are received. The next type of airworthiness directive is emergency ADs. An emergency AD is issued when an unsafe condition exists that requires immediate action by an owner or operator. The intent of an emergency AD is to rapidly correct an urgent safety deficiency. An emergency AD is may be distributed by fax, letter, or other methods. That's all for airworthiness directives and the three types of AD. Thank you.
Group 1 Type Certificate Aircraft Engines and Propellers, covering standard, restricted, and listed types issued for domestic, foreign, and military surplus products. Group 2 Aircraft, Engine, and Propeller Approvals, covering domestic, foreign, and military surplus products constructed or modified between October 1, 1927 and August 22, 1938. All have met minimum airworthiness requirements without formal type certification. Such products are eligible for standard airworthiness certification as though they are type certificated products. Group 3 Aircraft, Engine, and Propeller Approvals, covering domestic products manufactured prior to October 1, 1927, foreign products manufactured prior to June 20, 1931, and certain military surplus engines and propellers, all have met minimum airworthiness requirements of the Air Commerce Act of 1926 and implementing Air Commerce Regulation without formal type certification. Such products are eligible for standard airworthiness certification as though they are type certificated products. Group 4 Engine Ratings, covering unapproved engines for rated maximum power and speed only. Their use being limited to specific aircraft with maximum gross weight less than 1,000 pounds. Such engines are not eligible for independent airworthiness certification. These ratings are no longer issued. Group 5 Engine Approval, covering military surplus engine CAR-13 design requirements without formal type certification. Such engines are eligible for airworthiness certification as though they are type certificated engines.
Good day, sir. So my topic is about supplemental type certificate. So once you are in the aviation industry or in the manufacturing industry, whenever you decide to reconsider your design or reconstruct the structure, this document is necessary to be presented or to be applied in order to proceed. So this is basically issued by the FAA. It is an approval for you to conduct a new design or present them a new design of your aircraft. So this document gives them the formal authorization and has been recognized by the FAA that their application has been permitted. So thus unless FAA is concerned of any airworthiness related issues, there might be a problem. So presented on my presentation is a picture of say 1960s document of FAA that has a supplemental type certificate that has been issued on a light aircraft. So so the content is that they are to install a new Continental engine C85-12 with a renewed fuel systems. So STC, the supplemental type certificate, defines the product design change states how the modification affects the existing type design. So basically, this document is within the modification process only with regards of airworthiness concerns. So specifically from where it is applied for, for substantial use. So it also identifies the certification basis listing specific regulatory compliance for the design change. So the possession of STC document is mainly for the owner, service provider, and its manufacturer. So it does not constitute rights to design the data or installation modification. Modification should be in line with what is stated on the certificate. Otherwise, there may be a conflict resulting to unspecified parts which were not included. So you must contact the STC holder in order to obtain the rights for the use of STC. Thank you.
Hello, hi guys, this is Mone, AMT student. I'm going to discuss about FAA type certificate date sheet components. The TCDS is the formal description of the aircraft engine or propeller, at least limitation and information required for the type certification, including airspeed limits, weight limits, thrust limitation, and so forth. TCDS and specification set forth factories and another conditions that are necessary for U.S. airworthiness certification, aircraft engines and propellers that conform to U.S. TCR. U.S. airworthiness certification, when found to be in the condition for safety operation and air ownership requests, are TCDS, were organized and first published in January 1958, Title 14 of the CFR, Part 21, Section 2141. Indicators they are part of the TC as shots. TCDS is advantage the product has been type certificate under federal law. No civil aircraft registered in the United States operating without valid airworthiness certification. This certification must be approved and issued by the FAA, and it is only issued in the aircraft and its engine propellers found to be airworthy and meet the requirements of the FAA approved TC. The FAA assured TC when a new aircraft engine propeller as FERD is found to meet safety standards set forth by the FAA. The TCDS lists to the specification, condition, and limitation that the airworthiness requirements were met under the specification protect such engine, make and model, fuel type, engine limitation, airspeed limitation, maximum weight, minimum crew, and so forth. TCDS are assured for the received as necessary according a new model or another major changing in the certificate protect TCD or categories TCD holder and product. Thank you so much.